Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Yonathan, all right? First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. Right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, I'm just going to be quoting a bunch of scriptures. I'm on the road right now. I'm going to quote a bunch of scriptures, man, and go in the spirit. The title of the lesson, Control Frustration is a Needed Skill. Now, often the time, the Lord will let little BS happen in your personal life just to remind you that you should be longing to get out of this place, that this is not your rest, right? You say, come out of here, my people. This is not your rest. It's going to destroy you with a sword destruction, okay? So you don't want to be too acquainted with this place to where you're in a place to where things happen to you and it just, it just pulls on your time and energy to a point where you lose sight of the mission at hand, until where your sacrifice for that day was screwed up because you gave so much time and energy to this instance or to this person or to this thing that really, she just brushed it off and kept doing what you were supposed to be doing, being a light in the world, watching for the signs of the times, studying, reading so that you're in the spirit, making your lessons if you're a teacher, these things. All right? There's a saying that happen in the world. They say control what you can control. Now in the spirit, we know that we don't control anything. When man's going to the Lord, Proverbs 20:24, the Lord orchestrates what everybody does and what everybody says. And just a little side nugget. Knowing that, even when you encounter people and they doing some bullshit, remember that the Lord wrote it in their story for them to do that, and for you to witness it or encounter it. And you got to think to yourself, what's the upright way to respond to this in this moment? But they got a saying in the world, like I was saying, control what you can control, right? Because there's a problem arises, okay? And you can fix it. There's no point to be worried or spread thin about it. Because why? Because you can fix it. Just fix it. On the other end of that spectrum, if you can't fix it, there's something that, happens, and you can't fix it, you can't make it right, well, there's no reason to really be spread thin or stressed out about it because you can't do anything about it anyway. So either way, the spirit of worry and being spread thin over some BS that's going on shouldn't be a common factor or theme in your life as a believer. It just shouldn't be. Because it's like, okay, that's some bullshit. This person want to be out. Okay. That don't change, the final destination I'm trying to get to, right? If you're a brother that's teaching, man, are you serious about this thing? What your final destiny? You want to be a part of that crowning ceremony where the Lord sits the crowns on the heads of the elect. You want to be looking at the destruction of Babylon the Great through that panoramic floor on the chariots that you've been beamed up out of the destruction. All right, you get to witness the fall of your enemies in this place that have done our people wrong for so long. You want to see that, right? So motherfucker said did some bullshit at your job. Somebody cut you off on the road. You know what I mean? This woman ain't acting right. She want to lick. So what? Okay. At the end of the day, the mission. All right? Yeah, we're going to be vexed from day to day. All right? With this place the same way Lot was vexed from day to day in Sodom. Right? But Lot he didn't get too tangled up in Sodom to where it deterred him from walking upright towards the Lord, from where it deterred him from giving his time to righteousness. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get to. Don't let the little frustration or BS that happens to you. That's the only time you really should be frustrated. When something's pulling away or diverting your time and energy from pursuing Yahweh Shini Yahushua. Yeah, we got to go to work and do particular things. So you got your regular schedule. You know there's certain things that it's just going to be. Okay? But if you control it, something happens like, look, hey man, hey, no, I'm not gonna give my time and energy to, any more things than I already do, okay? Because I have a mission that I have to fulfill, that I make a mission to do. All right, so that is the mindset, and it should be that should be your approach to how you deal. Okay, yeah, you gonna hate this place with a perfect hatred, the same way David did. The scriptures in Psalms say what David said, not I hate them that hate thee, O Lord, I hate them with a perfect hatred. Okay, and a lot of times those little instances, that little BS that happened to you, those are just tools that the Lord is using to perfect your hatred from this place, to perfect your detachment from this place, because He wants you to be willing to give this life up anyway. Look, man, be careful what you invest in your time and your energy into. All right, what you invest in your brain power into, your thoughts. And I hope you're receiving this. You're receiving it with balance. Of course, you're gonna have. I'm gonna throw this in there. You're gonna have leisure time, things. You have hobbies and other interests and things, but it's always last fiddle to the mission. Okay. Don't get too stressed out or frustrated to where something it consumes your day. Move on. Do something for the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai as much as you can. Okay. Can you fix it? Nope. Okay. Don't worry about it. You can't fix it. There's no point in giving energy to it. If you can fix it. Get it out the way, fix it, and back to forwarding the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And you dealing with that mindset and being spiritual when things do come to you. Somebody gonna witness that, man. They might see like, damn, look how this dude deals. That in itself, is doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, being that light in the world, being an example on how to deal with various situations when they arise. Just be spiritual in everything that you do. Walk in that way. Okay? The Lord gave us a way to walk in. All right? Express true love in your everyday. We know that love, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's what being obedient to the Lord's standard. And the law, statute, and commandment is just basically the foundation or a rubric for a way that the Lord wants us to walk in. There's little nuances about life where it's not, instructions written on it. But through the Spirit, you know how to approach it and deal with it, because you begin to learn the Father. It's like when you're growing up in your father's house, right? And you gotta say, don't do this, do that, don't do that. You get to a certain point of age where you know specific things, like, oh, my pops will be down with that. He didn't specifically tell you he wasn't down with it, but you know the ins and outs of the way that you've been taught. You see what I'm saying? Man. So, Abarat Tazah, the lesson was edifying. Just quoted a bunch of precepts. Hopefully it was a meal to someone. Shoot, even if it was just a meal into myself. This is the real medicine. Doing these lessons and obviously praying to the Lord. Apostle Car always makes that statement, and it's beautiful to me. He talks about keeping your medicine strong. You know what I mean? To all you, hey, keep your medicine strong. Always be in communication with the Lord. When you're always praying and having those inner conversations with the Most High, with the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, keeps you in the right state of mind, man. Keeps you afloat. Let me see, man. I'm making a left. Okay. So, Abarat Tazah, again, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Okay? Shalom, stay locked in, man. Don't fail in patience, man. Keep pushing. Ain't nowhere else to go anyway. I mean, this is it. Keep pushing. Shalom.